2 of the sweetest little baby album. Now I have created some more papers because I felt I didn't have enough, which limits the amount of stuff I can put in the album. So I've done some in actual A4 as well. I don't know why I didn't do that to start with. Anywho, look at this. The sweetest little bunny in that little nursery room. It all had toys. And similar room. But you'll notice, even though the colour theme is the same, it's all different. Even the colour, the book is different. So obviously I didn't paint these myself, they're AR generated, but they are amazing, aren't they? Look at that. This one I thought I would like to put a nice pocket there, or if I folded this up. Anywho, something to work on, and we've got a blue tractor. Same room. And another horse. I rather like this one, so sweet. I love the background, the spots. And I took my spotted background. Where is it? In the back here somewhere. Oh, the rainbow. I won't sing for you because I can't sing for squids. Anywho, and I made it a smaller spot. And the same with the blue and pink and white stripe. I altered that. I rather like that. And I added a duck. Of course, you've got to have a duck on a farm. That's rather sweet. That's on the landscape, fortunately. And these ones, we've done these before, but they were smaller, so I made them fill the page. So we've got that one, and we've got this one here. And then I did another page of the blue nursery with all the toys. And the pink nursery. And a blue and pink nursery. Okay, I did another pink one. And another blue one. Well then. They're just all different. And then I created some little wording on cardstock. And these are all the original ones that I created. We'll just go through them quickly. And I think I did another one of these, but A4. Why haven't I come across it? Original. That is just the sweetest thing. I mean, I'm not a lover of pigs, but that is just the sweetest thing. Then we've got that one. They're so spring-like, aren't they? And that's another horse, and I did it accidentally on a thicker paper, which I don't really want to use, but I may. So, did I find that one? I'm just wondering if I printed it out at all. The one with the floral background and the animals on the side. I don't think I printed it. I didn't. Well, let's go and have a look at it. So for now, I'm going to I've prepared a few pages. And we'll see how they go. Sorry, I'm just going through my file here. That's it. I don't think I printed that. So let's go print it now. My printer's playing up. It's a little beast. Brand new. Brand new. But, oops, a daisy. Page 29. Thank you. It keeps saying offline. It's a Wi-Fi thing. And, oh, is that working? Are you working? It sounds like it. Yes. Yes. It just goes offline, and it is our router system. Anywho, where are we? Oh, look at this. Look at this. Might have to change what I'm doing there. Trouble is, when you do something like this, like the day before or the night before, there it is, the animals on that side. Now obviously that's going to be too big, so it will be cut down. Yeah, you kind of forget what all this is for. These got a bit bent, so I may have to rethink that one. Okay, I'm not going to cover these yet. Remember what we did before. We've got that beautiful waterfall. Okay, so what I was going to do here was, yep, what was I going to do here? I think that is going to be the inside background, yep. And this, not that. Aha! Now what? Ooh. Oh, that's the trouble. Don't do too far ahead without making notes. God. Okay, so yeah, now I know what I'm doing. This is going here, and that's going to be the background underneath. Okay, it's going there, and then this one is going at the bottom, and then that'll go up. Okay, so let's just take these pieces away. So, let's get some measurements happening here. We have 13.4 or 5 1/4 by 8. And then I scored at 1/2 inch on the short side, and the same with this one. So let's do our glue thing. I'm going to put these on first. I've just filled this up and it is playing up something shocking. That's away. Okay, now I'm doing this one close to this edge, but not directly over it. Make sure it is straight against the edge. There's a little bit of skew width there. Sorry about my desk moving, and my camera stand is attached to my desk. So when my desk moves, so does my camera. I'm so sorry about that. So okay, that's that one. Now I don't have to worry about this matching up because we are going to offset it a little. And you don't have to miter the corners. And just in from the edge, about that, I don't know, less than an eighth. Less than an eighth of an inch, but more than a 16th. Okay. Now we are going to pop this one in here, and I've already cut it to size, but I think it needs another little. No, it's the right size. I've got about an eighth on either side, maybe a little less than an eighth on either side. I think I'm going to trim that little bit off. I just don't, it's too close to my score line. So I'm going to put some tape move everything out of my way, get down to the nitty gritty. I'm just going to put 3. Gosh, that tears nice, doesn't it? I think I heard someone call it tear tape. Very good burnish. Pokey tool, which is as blunt as all get out. My little bin's empty, ready for the day. Okay, I'm going down around the edges. Always like to add glue on the edges. And then down. Down and around. Okay. I think that's pretty good. If it's a millimetre off, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I like that. So, okay, this goes, excuse me, this goes on here. And I think I'm just going to go with the glue on this one. looks about right. Yeah, little sweetie. And I've yet to do something on the back of that. So shall we put a magnet in? Well, we need a magnet. Depends on what's happening over here. Don't think we need a magnet. So with this one, I'm using up a scrap, but obviously you can see that. So we are going to add that as a little pocket. I'm using art glitter glue, as you probably know from my previous videos. It's my favourite. Okay, that looks about centred. And then this one, oh, I was going to ink. I was going to ink them. Let me look in all my drawers for my ink pad. Come on. Oops, come on, buddy. Where are you? Sorry about the wobblies. Where is it? Seriously? Let me pause so I can go searching for this thing. Ouch. Of course, it's in the last drawer I look. So I'm looking for a really pale kind of beige cream colour. It's too dark, I think. I think that's the lightest I've got. What colour is that? Oh, who can read that? Seriously? And I need a clean. Of course I don't have one. Dauber. Dibby Dauber. Have I got any more? I don't think so. Nope, don't think so. So I've got one that's been used, the brown. So let's just see what we can do here. I don't want it overly coloured, just a fraction. You can see it's just lightly done. Just to delineate, oh there's a good word for you, delineate between the pocket. I'm not going to do the back. So, across there, as close to the edge as I can possibly get it in a straight-ish line. That's not too bad. Close to the edge, about a 1/16 of an inch away. Oops. Make it a little bit more. There we go. Okay, now we will be able to pop something in there. Finish that well. cute. So okay, we need these two done. Let's see what we can put on this. Let's give it a measuring. We're going 5 1/4 by 7 2 4 5/16. So we've got 5 1/4 by 7 5/16. And you'll need 2 because I think they're both the same size. Okay, let's have a look at what we can do with our newies, our new papers. I think we'll have the chicken. No, we're not going to have the chicken. I am going to do, there's 2 on the same page, so here we go. We're going to do the sweet little cow and then the room. I'm going to do those. So I'm just going to trim them off first, which I like to do on this noisy machine or little piece of equipment. And then we'll get our trimmer out. This is just so much quicker just to get the borders off. These papers are just so delightful. I'm absolutely loving working with these. I think I might do them both together, shall we? I'll do it that way. Okay, what was my measurement? 5 1/4 across. So that's 5 1/4. By 7 5/16. We can take some off the top, some off the bottom. That's 8, 7 and 1 2 3 4 5. We're not taking too much off. That's level. Pretty good, pretty good. We can trim a little bit more off the side. Yep, we can trim a little bit more off the side, and I'll just go to this trimmer over here and do that. Ooh, a little bit more. We're being too cautious here. So we're moving it to 13 centimetres. That's pretty good. I'm happy. Again, we are just going to go with the glue on account of I've just filled it up and it's going quite smoothly. go. Lovely. And then this one obviously is going to go up like that. Okay, that's that. Now I also had another piece that was going in here. It's my theory. I've also got a photo mat in 300 GSM cardstock. That's going to go in there. It's going to have a little tab on it. So that's that. Where are you? I really get annoyed with myself when I shoot ahead to save time. So that goes, that's that one. So disregard that, Stella. That is that one. Let's cut. Okay. Okay, so I want this to be almost the same size as the original page, which should be 8 1/4, but we're going to go 8 3/16 for this one. Just going to leave a little bit of room. 8 3/16. Ooh, ouch. Photo mat. So 8 3/16, and that is going to be 6 3/4. Now let's get our scoreboard out. Now on the 6 3/4 side at the top, we are going to score at 1/2 inch, and then 1 2 3 or 1/4. Yeah, 1/2 inch and then at 3/4. Whoops. Let's just rub that second one out. This is a good way to rub out any lines that you may have inadvertently added. Pretty much all gone. And I'm just going to rescore them. So we now have going to move my camera a wee bit this way. Whoops, a daisy. Sorry, I'm giving you a bit of seasick there. Move. Okay. So, I will actually snip away a mite of that corner only on the 1/2 inch up to that score line and up to that score line. That's all. So what we're going to do now, oops, we're going to glue only on that 1/2 inch on the inside. Oops. Okay, now open this page up. Open the page up and ease that inside. Fold it so that that 1/4 inch is straight, and then you can push it down. So you're only putting it in there until that score line there. You still got this open. Oh, it doesn't really matter which way we go, does it? So this one is going there. Oops, glue all over the place. And I don't think I need any kind of closure on this. We are just going to cover it with pretty paper. And what was I doing with this? I know I was doing something with this. Not this page. Or maybe it was. No, not this page. So, let's pick something for here. How far can we go? They're all so beautiful, it's just hard to pick. I'm rather liking that yellow one, actually. I'm looking for the bunny. Where are you, bunny? No, you're not there. No, I don't know where you are. So, this is the best. Oh, there you are, sweetheart. There you are. This is the best bit. Working out your papers. I love it. Okay, I've been talking so much, I'm thirsty. Water, my favourite drink. So, we're definitely going to have to cut this down to obviously within that 1/4 inch. So we'll go 5 and 5 1/4 will give me too much border, so we go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 5 and 13/16 by, this should be about, oh, 7 and 15/16. So we want 2 of them. Add 2. So 1 for the inside and 1 for the outside. What should we have on the outside? I'm going for this on the outside, actually. Because I'm going to add something to that. So, five and 13/16. Let's see, 5 and 13/16. So I can probably, where do we want you? I want that banner in and half the window. So let's cut it there first. So now we want the 5 and 13/16. 13, 14, 15, 16, that's it. Make sure we are straight all the way down. You don't need these cut-offs. Okay, and I'm going to take, obviously I'm going to, let's just take a little bit off that top there. Now we need 7 and 15/16. Are you sure it's 7 still and not 8? 7, yeah. 7 and almost 8. So what am I cutting off? I'm cutting off some of my rabbit. Let me just take off the bottom. I think that's the way to go. Save this piece. And make a nice little pocket cover. Okay. Now this one. I don't have to cut anything off there. Although I will cut just 1/8 of an inch off there. It's just too much white. And we want 5 and 13/16, which is in there. Okay, by 7, nearly 8, so it'll be there. What are we cutting? We're cutting the head off that. Let's see if we can not cut anything. Let's go to the bottom of the little piggy. And then we'll go back and take a little bit off the other side. Good one. Oops, where did that drop? Oh, there you are. Amazing. Okay, this one's going on the inside. Again, but we're just doing glue. but if you feel more comfortable using tape, do so. This collection of papers will be up in my Etsy shop shortly once I finish the actual video. There we go. Let's get some glue over to the edge there because I think I missed a wee spot. I know exactly what I'm going to put in there. If I was using thinner papers, I would use tape and glue. Because my papers are fairly dense, 160 GSM, the glue is fine, as long as you burnish it well. Okay, so now, if I can find my little plastic baggie, which I'm always losing. Here we are. Got my little cutter parts, and let's just pick this one. Oh, we're going to close off the pig. We don't like that, no. So we'll put something else. A little tuck spot somewhere. A toy box, maybe. Yeah, toy box is good. So we're just going to go around this side up to there. Oh, I should have inked it. And there's going to be a little tuck spot where we can put one of these. How cool is that? Oops. Oh, this camera, come on, it moves on its own. There we go, that's better. I hope you haven't missed much. So I'll put the little toy box in there, and you can put a little journaling card in there, which we'll save for now. Okay, let's do this, which is our photo mat, and we're going to go with this one. So we need 5 13/16 by 6 13/16. 6. Let's trim this one up. 5 and 13/16, that's that one. 5, 6 and 13/16. You'll find I talk a lot to myself when I'm crafting. Beautiful. Again, with the glue. If it starts to clog up or play about, then I'll use tape. That's where I had my finger holding the paper. So I'll just pop some glue in there and we are hunky-dory. I'm not doing it on both sides, just on one. Oh, why not do it on both sides? You've got plenty of paper. Why not indeed, yeah? On both sides. This one looks like it might fit. A little bit of trimming. There. Oops, a little bit skew with there. Oh, quite a bit skew with. Nope, we're good. Okay, now in here I've got some tabs. Let's move all these out. Where are they? There's one. So we're just going to glue that just onto one side. It's only one-sided, the tab. Just taking a line of glue, eyeball the middle, and that's that. Could have done it underneath that, but it really doesn't matter whether you do that or not, as long as you put a tab on there. Great burnish, make us seasick. And then we are going to pop this one inside there. And there's that little tab. Cool. So on the back of this, I am going to, what am I going to do? First up, let's put these away. Sweet little pieces of ephemera, really lovely. So what I was going to do here, if I remember, I think this was it. Let me just refresh my memory, okay? So I was going to put that, but I'm not going to use this because I've crinkled that paper and I'd rather not use it. I'll cut something else for that. So okay, I was going to have a door here and a door on this side. Now on this one I used my scissors and did a nice little cut out there. So this one goes on here, and this one goes on the back. So let's do them first, before we actually join. And you know, I'm going to put a piece of tape just close to that pattern. Just to be a little security conscious. Okay, what do we got there? Okay, glue all around. In here. That's good. Match it up as best I can. Of course, you don't have to do a fancy border here, you can just leave it plain. If you don't have the tools, that's fine. It's not going to detract at all from your album if you're using these pretty papers. Now, am I using... I don't think I'm using a magnet here. Am I using a magnet? Are you using a magnet, Stella? No, I know what we're using. We're using ribbon, so don't forget the ribbon, Stella. We're using ribbon. So again, let's just pop a little bit of tape across there. I shouldn't do that with my finger. Always make sure you get into the corners. Last thing you want is for a corner to lift up. And where I was holding it, we'll put some more glue on there. We're a little further over here than we should be, but it's too late. Too late now. Okay, so that's that side. And let's just, you can eyeball the center or you can mark it on your flap. On the flap here, on the inside, we are going to, so we are 8 1/4, so we're going to mark it at 4 1/8. That's my center. Let's just use a little bit of this glue. this glue. I don't know. And then pop our ribbon on. Just let that dry while we work on the other side. We're going for the same on the inside as the other one, and the same on the outside. Oh no, let's go different. Let's see what this would look like. Opening that. Oh yeah, I like that better. See a little bit of lift. Good old burnish. Let's go a little bit seasick. When our table moves, I'm going to have to reorganize that. I only have about, I don't know, 3/4 of a metre space here to work with. It's not enough. And unfortunately, we don't have a large home. There's nowhere else for me to go but this spare room, which also has a bed in it. Blue. Okay. Let's let that dry for a little bit, and then we'll show you what we're going to be doing. We're going to pop that there, and then we're going to be able to tie it. So once we've popped that on, we are going to put a picture inside, and this I don't think is it. That's another. What's I doing with that? So okay, we're blue and pink here. So let's keep with the blue and pink. It's purple, blue and pink. That's blue and green. This one would be nice. dry enough to pop these in place. So because we've got a ribbon there, I am going to put a little touch of tape over it. So may as well go the whole gamut. Whoops. And of course glue. Oops, daisy. I want it, sorry about that, as close to the edge as possible without going over, obviously. And we've got that little 1/8 of an inch there and at the bottom. That's gorgeous. That is not quite dry, so we'll leave that for a sec. Just see where it's going to go. It's going to go there so I can measure. From here we want 6. There it is, 6.5. It's a bit ambitious. So we're going to go with 6 3/8. By 8 1/8. Yep. So while that is drying, a bit more, we will trim this down. I will just take off those white borders. Never occurred to me to do borderless. Printing, that is. Okie doke. So we want 6 3/8. Let's start off with first the 8 1/8. See where we go with that. 8 1/8 will give us up to here if we go this way. If we go this way, it will give us up to about here. So are we wanting the animals or are we wanting that? I'm going for, what are we going for? I just love that part, but we're going to go for the animals. So I'm going to go 8 and, what is it? 8 1/8. 8 1/8. I'm rethinking it. So that's what I've got to there. Just hold a sec. Okay, let's have a look at 8 and 1/8 done this way. I'm going to take off a 1/2 inch off the top here, maybe a little bit more. And I'm going to go 8 and 1/8 on this side. Yeah, I like that. I like the room. So now we want 6 3/8. 6 and 1 2 3/8. So okay, we lose that, or we're going to lose some of this. I'm going to lose this piece. Yeah, I like this piece. Okay, so let's pop this one on first. It's dry now. Get tape on. And make sure it is within that 1/2 inch and it's not eek. You don't want the overhangs at all. Of course, if you're worried about overhangs, just put a little bit of tape over the ribbon. You don't have to go all the way across. Come on. There we go. Oops. And this one will go in here. Ooh, I could have cut it just a little bit wider. This is a bigger piece, so I'm just going to put a bit of tape down the centre. Doesn't hurt, and then we're just going to add our glue. And quickly, because it's only a thin stream of glue, so we need to go quickly so it doesn't dry. And it already feels like it's drying in places. Isn't that just the cutest page? Oh, I don't think I have any. Oh yes, I do. A little bit of lift there. which does sometimes happen on the edges. That, and that. Cute. But I am going to put something I was thinking about then you cover all these beautiful animals. That's the problem. That is a problem. I don't like to do that. So, no. Not at the moment. I'm sure I'll find uses for these cut aparts. So we'll just close this for the moment. I don't think I need that much ribbon, so let's just give it a little trim. Right, this side. Anything. Oh, I'm going to go tractor. Let's go for a tractor. Let's go for a pink tractor. Oh, purple with pink. I like that. Then I can put a little pocket or something here. Yes. So, our measurement for the... Oh. Aha! I know what I was going to do. I was going to put another flap in there, which we are going to do now. Oops. What's that? Was that it? I'm not sure if that was it or not. Oops. Take you out. There you go. That's it. No, it wasn't that. I had an idea. What was my idea? We're just going to go plain. Let's just go plain. So let's no. Yeah. You know. 6.5 by 8 1/8. Okay, where is my tractor? Where is my tractor? Oh, the blue and the green one. I like that. Let's just get rid of these the quick way. This is really, really quick. There you go. So we want 6.5 across. So 6.5. What do we want to? 6.5. What are we going to lose here? Bit of tractor. Ooh. I think I'm going to just off a little bit on this side. 6.5. What am I losing here? Not much, unless I've got my tractor. Saving all my pieces by 8 1/8. 8 1/8 is giving me that low. I could do that, but I prefer to have a different paper on that. Okay. Just make sure we've got plenty of room. Yep. Now I'm going to use some tape again, just wherever. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay. Oops, oh come on, no, don't do that. Too late. Oh, I've still got a border, it's alright. Sitting down, I can't see beyond my table, but that's okay, that one. Right, a pocket. Pocket. I'm looking at that one to bring in those colours onto there, or we go with something green. Oh, look at those pretty ones. Let's just bring them all in and have a good look. No. 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 Nope. Oh. Little duck. Or, instead of the duck, we just have this piece. I'm leaning towards this. So that's a possibility. So is that. That's a no. 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 I've got to cut these out, separate them. Nope. No. No, I don't want the pig's head in there. Nope. No. So, okay, we've got 2 to choose from, and I'm leaning towards this one. And I'm going to keep that top white. So, keep it white and just have it there. So we're going to cut this at what? At 3 1/8. Okay, so let's do that first. First I'm going to get rid of the side white pieces. What did I say? 3 1/8. 3 1/8. That's you, that's you, that's you. Okay, we're not getting any duck. That's good. That'd be nice for another pocket. Okay, and the width is going to be the same width as that, which is 6 1/2. And we are going to, now that I've remembered, we are going to just ink the top. Just the top. Actually, let's just change that up a little bit. And let's put a little notch there and ink that. Okay, I like that. Okay, while holding down that side and that side really firmly, I like to stick my bone folder in and stretch that paper a bit and then fold it back. Can you see that gives us that little bit of openness on that? Is that open? It's fine. So what we can do in here is create a photo mat or do a journaling card. Come on. Pop a journaling card in there. Nice. So we're going to put another photo mat in that side, and here it is here. Five and 13/16 by 6 and 13/16. Nothing's changed. So we need 2. use this plus, let's go with bunny rabbits. Trim this down. This one, not really necessary, but I do like to have a clean edge rather than having that white border. Let's just take a little bit more off this one. So, are we going horizontal or vertical? Horizontal, vertical. Let's go vertical. No, let's go horizontal, it's easier. That was vertical. Not that it's got anything to do with this, but I'm putting these together. So the length is 6 and 13/16, 13, 14, 15, 16. By 5 and. We're cutting a bit off, aren't we? 5 and 14/16. Cutting a few ears off here, so I'm going to take about a 1/4 inch off the other side. So we can save that bunny's ears. We saved them? Oh shoot, no we haven't. In fact, we've cut him right through the face. Never mind. He'll survive. And I've cut it the wrong size. No, I haven't. This is going that way. Whoops. Awkward, awkward. Come on. Just cover my glue for a sec. Let's go look for a tab. There's one. that goes in there. Beautiful. Now for the back of page 2, we are going to add another a flap over. Let's get my cardstock. Oops, it's right there beside me. Honestly, okay, this is the end of this. That's my second pack. Okay, so I want half an inch for a fold over. So let's go with 6 inches. 6 inches? No, let's go 7 inches. So 7 inches wide by same old size, 8 1/8, sorry. 8 1/8. Okay, what did I say? Oh, the memory is shot. 7 inches. Got a nice piece there for pockets, etc. By 8 1/8. 8 and that's an 8, yeah. 8 1/8. Grab the scoreboard. And we are going to, with the 7 inch across the top, we are going to take a ½ inch in and score. Now let me see. I think I may also add another ½ inch. I have another ½ inch to give myself a gully. Let's fold both of those over. Because I think I want a few pages in this one. So that's a ½ inch. And then our ½ inch. So this is going to go inside here. Let's take that out for a moment. And we'll just mitre these corners just up to the ½ inch score. That's all. And we're going to glue and tape. Did I do that last time or not? Can't remember. I'll just use some of this little bit of tape and some glue on the inside of the ½ inch flap. Oops, I think I'm leaking glue everywhere. Yep. So pop that in only to the ½ inch fold. Center it best I can and fold it over. Okay, let's get inside that pocket. Where are you? Inside that pocket and burnish that down. we've got that nice. Now we can load this up. So I want one coming down and one going up. So we want 6 and 6 and 5/8. Disregard that for now. Can't remember what that was for. Oh, it's for that one. Okay, so I want 6 and 5/8 by. Do I want the whole thing, or do I want? By 8 and 1/16. Do I want the whole thing or not? We've got to have that 1/2 inch, so we'll put that 1/2 inch up there. Do I want the whole thing? We're going to go 8 inches. So 6 and 5/8 by 8 inches. And that I don't think is 6 and 5/8. That's only 5. Okay, I'm on to my third and last pack. I'm going to have to be ordering some more. So we want 6 and 5/8, which is there. By, what did I say, 8 inches. Probably want 2 of these. No, the next one's going to be shorter. So this is going that way, so we want score here. So turn it to the 8-inch side across the top and score it 1/2 inch. So, do I want to build that one up or not? I don't think I'm going to put anything in here. No, we will just have this a flat one. Center it across the top best I can, slightly away from the edges, and it fits beautifully. So let's measure for the mat and get it over and done with. The mat is going to be 6 and 2, 4, 6, 7/16. So 6 and 7/16 by. I'm trying to keep my my borders within that 8 1/8. So 2, 4, 5 by 7 and 5/16. Just double check that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So we need 2 of them. Take this off, don't need that anymore. Now my bottom piece, I am going to use this piece and I'm going to cut it at whatever that was. There. At the same size, whatever it was, pretty much. Okay, so that's going to go up that way, so we want our score on the 5 3/8 side. Good. Half an inch. And half an inch. And score that and burnish it. Okay, bring our book back and we are going to glue this to the bottom, making sure we are pretty much even as we can be. Good. Perhaps I should have put a bit of tape on there as well. Once you get to some curving in the album, yeah, you need some help there. So that wants more. It wants more. So let's put something on this side. All our scrap pieces. Now what did I do this for? What was this for? That won't hurt to go in there. 6 inches by 6 3/4. It won't hurt to go in there. And I'll just center it between those two. That's fine. Okay, so we are going to magnetize here. These are great magnets, and they've got this plastic in between them, plastic discs, and I'm sure I can use them. So I'm going to go about here, pop that in. I'm just eyeballing, so put some tape. Another piece of tape across there. Oh, excuse me. upside down, of course. Where's my magnets? There you are. And just lift that off. These are just, they're like game counters, you know, Ludo. They would be handy to glue onto the back of handmade flowers, so I'm keeping them. Glue there, a couple of dobs on there, and then let's just flip it over. Just shimmy. There we go. Now let's do more here. More. Yes, more. Another piece, same size as that. So I'm going to glue this to the back of this one, I think. Yep, I'll glue it to the back. Putting glue on the flap there. Trying not to go over the score line. Fold and fold it over. So then we've got that, and that. And is that enough for that? I think that's enough in there. And that. That is a strong magnet, so that is going to really help close it down. So I am going to put some more here. I'm going to use this one, or not. Just looking at all my scraps here. Oh, that's, oh good. See what size they are. I've got 4 by plenty. So if I go 4 by 5, 4 by 5, get 2 at 4 by 5. Okay, that's 5. Is that 4? Oh, short. 4. Is that 4? Should go. Hang on. That's almost 4. So instead of wasting this piece, we will take this down to 3 1/8. 3 1/8. Take this down to, 3 7/8. 3 7/8 by 5. So what we've got now is 2 pieces for 3 by 4 photos. So with the 5-inch across there, across the top. We'll go for our 1/2 inch fold down one side, and same with the other one. Okay. I really want to cram as much photo space as I can in here. So we're going to put this one in first. Glue the outside. And I'm going the same height as that there across. I don't know if I'm exact. I'm not. Oh, pretty much. Not bad. This one is going, no, not sure where this one's going to go. That way. Yep, that way. We can put a lot in here because we've got those strong magnets holding it closed. Okay, room for photos there and there. And then we've got to have, let's put our mat on here. We're going to go 6 3/8 high. Eight and just maybe 8 1/16. So what are we going to have in here? Let's have a look. I am going to put a little something down the bottom. Nope. Well, why not use the pink tractor? We'll use a pink tractor. Yeah, pink tractor. Yep. Okay. 6 3/8. Let's just trim off those white borders first before we do anything else. They're merely an annoyance, to be honest. An absolute annoyance. Okay, so first up, let's go for our 8 1/16, 7, 8 and It's between the 8 and the 1/8. Okay. Pie. 6 3/8. So 6 and 1 2 3/8. What do we want to cut off? I'm thinking we're going to cut off still got our tractor. 6 and 1 2 3, and most of our farm tools in that little crate. Just make sure that we are within those borders. Yep. I am going to put some tape. Two pieces, I think. This is up. Just put an arrow there. Try and do this as quick as possible. Wait, oh no, don't, no, thank you. Okay, that is stuck down very well. Over here we might have a little bit of a lift there. Is there a lift there? Nope, and everything down there is gone. So, now, I am going to use the same piece. I'm going to trim that down a bit. Forgotten the measurements. Do the same. 6 3/8. Two, three. That's not what I want to do. That's this I want to do. This piece of cardstock. 3/8 by whatever that is there, that is 2 5/8. That's 2 5/8. Now we want to cut this to 6 1/4. 6 1/4, yep. And that was 2 5/8, so I want it 2 1/2. Oh, I like that piece. That little piece of wood. So let's just give some there we go. Actually, we will do this. Give it a little now we'll have to do the same with this. Is that the right place? That looks like it. If it's not quite, we will trim it. So it's not quite, so we'll just trim a little bit off this side. Can't blame me for being wrong there, because that was awkward. Yeah, a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Yeah, that's good. We're a little bit off there, but that's okay. So we are gluing across the side, down the bottom, across the bottom, and trying to be as straight as I possibly can, and then across there. So we're going to put it and burnish. I really like that. And we've got those two. And then we've got that one, that, and the closure. like it. So last page, let's do the last page on the next video. Looking good. Looking good. Okay, so that's it for now. Oh, 2 hours. Oopsie. Okay, thanks for being with me for part 2. I hope you enjoyed. And look out for part 3. I'll see you next time. Keep well and stay safe. And watch out for the next part to finish, hopefully, this album. Bye.